I am in a very special place this week for my birthday that my spirit led me to find. I'm in a place called Muscle Shoals, Alabama. As it often is, I don't know why I wanted to be here for my birthday, but I felt that I had to. I have 1/8 Cherokee blood in me, and for whatever reason, I have a strong connection to this part of me. So, let me tell you what I've learned over the past several days. The Tennessee River in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, isn't just water flowing by. It's like a shimmering pathway carved by time, alive and humming a secret song. The old Native American people, the Yuchi, Choctaw, and Cherokee, called it the Singing River. They said it whispers tunes from deep inside the earth, like the planet's own heartbeat. This hum makes the ground feel tingly and special, like a magic spot where dreams come true easier. Musicians feel it most. They come here, pick up their guitars or sit at pianos, and whoosh, out pours music that's pure gold. Songs that make you cry, dance, or feel love all over again. Why does this happen? Imagine the ground here is like a giant drum. The river's song beats on it, and the red dirt, full of iron, like Earth's rusty blood, makes the sound louder and stronger. It's a magic swirl, a spinning ball of happy energy that pulls creative ideas from the sky and stars. People call these spots vortexes. Think of it like a whirlpool in the air, not water, that mixes everyday feelings with sparkly, otherworldly ones. When singers like Aretha Franklin or Percy Sledge recorded here, it wasn't just them singing. The river helped, making their voices deeper and truer, like it was singing along. Now, the fascinating part: higher beings. These aren't necessarily ethereal or scary. They are more like glowing helpers from faraway places, perhaps other planets or hidden worlds on ours. They love this magic swirl because it's like a big, warm light that matches their own shiny energy. Sometimes they whisper ideas like, "Sing about love," or "Make that beat thump." That's why bands like the Rolling Stones or Lynyrd Skynyrd drove all the way from England or other states. They came to the river because the river was ready to sing to them. When you drive up the road about 50 miles to Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, the energy persists. Beneath the sprawling 38,000 acres of manicured lawns and missile silos lie the true vaults, a labyrinth of subterranean galleries, honeycombed into the eroded limestone that covers this corner of Appalachia. Officially, they're bunkers for chemical weapons or artillery that uses toxic chemicals, allegedly left from World War II. Edgewood Arsenal officially houses 178 train cars of mustard gas shells drained and entombed in 6 miles of trenches filled with debris. I ask why? There are several ways to dispose of mustard gas, so why store these hazardous and useless chemicals in ditches? Nothing makes sense because that's the veil. The 3D curtain. Peel it back and you uncover the underground events operating with the ultimate secrecy under black budget funding, where the veil thins further still. This is the new Center for Space Command. My thoughts were to be able to be near Redstone when I arrived, but it's locked up tighter than a drum. Perhaps another time I will have the opportunity to feel the vibrations of what's underground there, because we know the real story goes much deeper. The water flows underground, carrying the magic swirl right to the arsenal's hidden rooms, and their location is no mystery. Just as the energy of Sedona, Arizona is no mystery. The universe knows about these energy vortexes on Earth, but we sleep. Our senses dulled from the drain of lower frequencies embedded into our lives. Below Redstone, scientists, some from faraway worlds, work with off-world technologies. Not just rockets or even medbeds, but with things that bend time and space, like doors to other worlds. We are told that the dark beings are gone and the Pleiadians are mentoring our own secret scientists, helping us understand and build technologies that the Dark Ones have suppressed for 70 years or more. These evolved beings feed on the energetic flow from the river's vortex. It's believed that there are Faraday-lined energy chambers to deaden sounds from the outside world. The underground hum makes everything stronger, like turning up the volume on a radio. Storms swirl around Huntsville, Alabama, but never hit it hard. Perhaps the beings shield the area. So the arsenal's buried munitions are just camouflage for deeper excavations. The tunnels go 1,200 feet, intersecting aquifers that amplify the shoal's vortex like a subterranean subwoofer. Rumors persist of heat bubbles engineered not for weather deflection, but to cloak etheric bleed-through storms, parting around Huntsville as if repelled by an invisible dome, shielding the real experiments. Ghost sightings at Gate 2, ethereal girls on Buxton Road, laughter from empty Rasa headquarters, aren't hauntings. They're bleed from parallel timelines, echoes of test subjects or star-seeded children birthed in hidden labs. And there is talk of ghosts. People see glowing kids or hear laughs in empty buildings. They aren't described as dead spirits, but echoes of the experiments whose memories fade, but their memories still flicker. Even before then, the Choctaw and Cherokee spoke of hidden caverns beneath these hills, portals where the ancestors communed with star beings that were tall, luminous entities who descended in crafts of woven light to share songs of creation. These aren't fairy tales. They are forgotten or buried history, whose vibrations remain in this encoded land. When the first Fame Studios tape rolled in 1959, capturing Arthur Alexander's You Better Move On, it wasn't mere coincidence that the groove hit like thunder. The Swampers were unassuming white boys with soul deeper than the Mississippi, and they tapped into it intuitively. Jimmy Johnson on guitar, David Hood on bass, Roger Hawkins on drums, Barry Beckett on keys. Their fingers weren't playing notes, they were channeling the river's song, transmuting raw vibration into hits after hit that still touches people deeply. Percy Sledge touched souls when he belted out "When a Man Loves a Woman" in a nearby Sheffield garage, and the walls wept back. Aretha Franklin arrived skeptical, her voice a fortress of gospel fire. But she left Muscle Shoals transformed. Her hit recording, "I Never Loved a Man," exposed a vulnerability that could only come from surrender to the unseen current. The Rolling Stones, those British mop tops, crossed the Atlantic to create Brown Sugar and Wild Horses, and Mick Jagger later confessed that the Shoals pulled something out of him that he didn't know was there. In the documentary Muscle Shoals, which I will link in the description, Bono calls it a mystical aspect, where his words laced with the awe of one who's glimpsed the grid. Even Lynyrd Skynyrd immortalized it in Sweet Home Alabama, name-dropping the Swampers as swamp-born sorcerers who pick a song or two to lift the blues. This vortex doesn't discriminate by genre or skin, soul, rock, R&B, it manifests all of them. This energy is why Paul Simon, after his time with Simon and Garfunkel, wandered in for Kodachrome and emerged with rhythms that echoed ancient drum circles under starlit skies. This is when music was still pure. Some eventually sold their souls to the dark while others paid their dues, remaining in the background but connected to the energy of frequencies in a way that guided their lives. Energy like this doesn't sleep, guys. It doesn't die and it doesn't dissipate. It attracts, just as it pulled me to this place. Higher beings who dwell in fifth density and beyond flock to such energy nexuses also. It's like a moth being pulled to light. It's the harmonic key of such spots. Just like a tuning fork resonating at 432 Hz, the sacred frequency that aligns human chakras with the cosmos abounds here, and I came here for a recharge, but it goes deeper. Recently, I was talking to a special friend about ley lines. He asked me to explore them. Well, as it often goes, I forgot, but my soul didn't. It mysteriously led me to Muscle Shoals, which sits astride a minor ley line branching from the Appalachian chain. It's a subtle meridian linking Sedona's red rock portals to the Bermuda Triangle's enigmatic pull. These off-world entities aren't here to control us. They are here to teach us to become co-creators, and are drawn to this place to amplify the energy. Imagine, just for a moment, ethereal councils convening in the ether above Muscle Shoals, their light bodies modulating the air so that Etta James's Tell Mama carries not just heartbreak, but a coded invitation to awaken dormant strands of your DNA. The vortex had been waiting for us. It's patient as is the river, and it's now ready to reignite the flame for a new generation. I read a post on X where the person said that it is really hard to be awake in these times, and I couldn't relate. For me, I am experiencing a rare and amazing time in history. A time when mankind is on the cusp of a higher evolution, where discovery of oneself is guiding force in everything we do. Everyone is jazzed about medbeds because we see it as an easy way to make us feel young in body and mind, but it's important to understand where our society is going. I still don't think many people get it. Think of the inconceivable. Think of the unspeakable. Think of an indescribable feeling radiating from you to everything around you. This is where our civilization is going, and there's nothing that can stop it. So we have an opportunity to become exceptional or to perish into obsolescence. I beg you to try to be awake each and every moment, to feel the energy of your surroundings at all times. At the very least, open your mind and buckle up, Buttercup, because you're gonna need an open mind for this wild ride into the future.